Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We're so glad you're with us this afternoon here in New York State. My name is Brenda Hebscher. I'm a field marketing manager for X-Rite Photo, and we're bringing you a brand new webinar today on video workflow and color management, getting accurate color in your video workflow as well as your photo still workflow. This afternoon, Jen Letterman is with me in the background. She'll be answering your technical questions about the system and the GoToMeeting system itself. She'll also be making some suggestions to you of other archived webinars and so forth on topics that you may ask questions. The questions pane or panel on your control window there is where you'll enter your questions, and at the end of the presentation we will do our very best to get to all of your questions. So please don't use the hand raise function, just type your questions directly into that panel. And so we want to welcome you to this webinar discussing X-Rite color management solutions in video workflows. As we know, more and more photographers are shooting video in addition to still photography, and they're using the same equipment, the same camera, the same lights, and in some cases, the same color management solutions. X-Rite color management solutions are video ready. You may already own some or all of them. So today we're going to talk about these X-Rite solutions and how they can be used to get your video workflow under control to save you time and money. So the question with any color management discussion is, where do I start? Well, we should always begin with accurate color and contrast on our monitor, because no matter what we're editing, if the monitor's not right, we're just guessing. X-Rite's i1 Display Pro has video presets especially for video editing. It's perfectly amazing. Perfect color, faster, with more control and options to satisfy the most demanding color perfectionists in still and video. i1 Display Pro's colorimeter is completely redesigned, delivering unrivaled color accuracy, repeatability, and device longevity. It features a new optical system, new filter technology, factory spectral calibration architecture, a 5 times faster measurement speed, and supports all modern LCD display technologies and digital projectors. The i1 Profiler software for monitors and projectors is included and features basic and advanced modes for calibrating and profiling monitors and projectors. It includes display quality assurance to check soft proofing and printer quality assurance to verify print quality in your still workflow, plus ambient light measurement, ambient light smart control, flare correct, and ADC functionality is also included. Now, the new video presets for NTSC, PAL-SECAM, and Rec 709 allow for profiling LCD monitors in video editing environments. The same device and hardware that you use for your still photography monitor profiling now has built-in capability for setting monitor profiles suitable for video editing and for profiling LCD televisions that are being driven by a computer. And included with the i1 Display Pro is the Pantone Color Manager. You keep your Pantone libraries up to date with this color palette creation and swatch bridging software. Now, i1 Display Pro has two parts, hardware and software. So first, let's have a look at this innovative new piece of hardware called the i1 Display Pro Colorimeter, designed to calibrate and profile monitors and projectors. Pantone's next generation colorimeter delivers unrivaled color accuracy, repeatability, and device longevity. It is completely redesigned with a new optical system. The larger lens array allows for measurements with less mistakes and skewed results. New filter technology that allows the instrument to perform better and last longer. Spectral calibration architecture performed at the factory for better intra-instrument agreement, particularly in environments where multiple instruments are used. This new spectrophotometer supports modern LCD display technologies, including CCFL, white LED, RGB LED, and wide gamut displays. The i1 Display Pro supports projector profiling in addition to monitors. And this small ergonomical device has an intelligent form factor that utilizes an elegant and space-saving design, making it the perfect travel companion. So now that you know i1 Display Pro includes the most advanced colorimeter on the market today, let's take a look at the i1 Profiler software that is also a part of the i1 Display Pro and how to use the new video presets that were made available in version 1.3 and later of the software. So I'm just going to pop right out of my slide presentation for the moment and right over to the software. When we open up the software, it's going to open up in the basic mode. You'll notice here that you have a basic and an advanced mode. And with the i1 Display Pro attached, and you see the little icon here, I'll just show you the drop-down menu. This software also runs the i1 Pro and the i1 Pro 2 device. So when we're using the i1 Display Pro, it's important to make sure that the software is set to the correct device. You'll note that these icons here are the only ones that are activated. The printer profiling modules in printer QA modules are not active here because we don't have a device that can do printer profiling. Now, there are also some interesting training videos and i1 Profiler online connections that are also available right here on the front page of the software. So the first thing we'll do to access the video presets is move over to the advanced mode. Once we do that, we see that our wizard-driven workflow selector becomes a more text-based workflow selector on the left-hand side, giving us access to some other attributes that we don't have access to in the basic mode. And right down here, you'll notice switch to saved workflows. When we do that, the first thing we see in display profiling is our video presets, Rec 709, NTSC, and PAL-SECAM. So for the purposes of our demonstration, I'm just going to click on the Rec 709 preset. And what's going to happen is it's going to pop up here and ask us which display we'd like to profile. We select which display we would like to profile. And I'm going to do this hoping it's going to stay. There we go. Everything we should be left as it is here. It's preset for the video white point presets. So we're just going to leave everything in the default mode. You'll also notice here that this profile version is defaulted to version 2. In any of our profiles that we make with i1 Profiler, we can always default to version 2 versus version 4, which is what comes in the preset as a default setting. Version 2 profiles, ICC monitor profiles, are profiles that are more compatible with more software packages and more hardware. So that you don't end up with version conflicts. This can be especially important on these video presets so that the software that you're doing your video editing in will read the profile properly. So again, leaving these first two settings, display settings and profile settings, left to their default is important for these video presets. Once we come to the patch set, we can begin to increase the number of patches that we're going to use from large to medium to small. We can also add patches from the Pantone Color Manager, single patches, or we can add a photograph and pull the palette out of that to add to our patch set. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to just stick with the small patch set and navigate right on to measurement. Once we get here, you'll notice that automatic display control is checked. What that means is that the software will talk to the monitor, and if it has the necessary protocols, it will make changes in both luminance and contrast from a hardware setting standpoint, actually calibrating the display and getting it ready to profile. In the event that you want to adjust these things manually, you can also check here. But I recommend using the ADC. If the ADC cannot access the settings, it will give you the readouts that you need to be able to set it manually. So we'll just simply start measurement here, and we get a screen that tells us I'm going to set the device in the wrong position for a moment, so that you'll see that the software knows if the device is in the correct position. If not, it gives you a graphic telling you to pull up on the diffuser and to swing it around, and once it's swung around into the correct position, it will know that and be ready to be used. And it's asking me now to place it on the center of the monitor, which is what I'm going to do. I'll just initiate the software here so that you can get a flavor for what it looks like. The ADC attempted to talk to this monitor. Since it is literally an LCD television, it can't talk to it, so it's going to give me the readout that it's getting for measured white luminance, and I could change that and match it to the AD. Once we move on to the profiling process, the color patches begin to display, and you'll notice right here that it actually has an approximation of the timer. It's going to be about 2 minutes to complete all the color patches that it needs to make a proper profile. Now, profiling for video presets is just like profiling for your still photo workflow. The patches are being displayed on the monitor. The device is measuring what the monitor is displaying. It's comparing the measurements to what was actually sent from the software, and then it's creating a profile, a set of correction factors to help this monitor produce and show colors as accurately as possible. That's the point of any monitor calibration system, and that is exactly how this works. The magic for the video comes in the fact that the video presets are actually built into the software for the particular video white points that are appropriate to NTSC, PAL-SECAM, and Rec. 709. So rather than us just sit here and watch the colors go by, I'm just going to cancel this out, and we'll go right back to our slideshow. The only thing left to do at the end of the profiling process is just quite literally to save the profile and name it so that we know where we have it in our system, so that when we switch between our video profile and our still workflow profile, we can easily find it and switch between it. So the new video presets are NTSC, PAL-SECAM, which is the European and the French standards, and Rec. 709, which is the new HD standard. X-Rite's i1 Display Pro with video presets is the perfect solution for monitor calibration and profiling for both photo and video workflows. Now that we have our monitor displaying accurate colors for video color grading, what else can we do to enhance the color accuracy of our videos? Well, how about a color reference for my video footage? Color checker targets provide a color reference and neutral patches for custom white balance in camera and in post-production. Now, color checkers have been the color reference standard for nearly 40 years. Color Checker Classic and the 3-step gray are also in use for video as well as photo. The reformulated white target is perfect for in-camera white balance for both photo and video. And the Color Checker Passport, including the Color Checker Classic, the newly formulated white target, and the enhanced target, all in an easy-to-carry plastic case, is something you'll always want to have in your video bag as well as your camera bag. Now, using multiple cameras in mixed lighting conditions can create a big problem for you when shooting video. We need a way to make sure that the cameras match as closely as possible, and that the different light sources of light are made as neutral as possible before we begin shooting. Because video is a compressed format by nature, it's vital to get the best in-camera white balance possible. For this situation, you'll want to use the newly formulated white target on the ColorChecker Passport or the full-size newly formulated white target. Both of these targets are improved to enhance its effectiveness as a tool for white balancing a digital camera. When the full-sized white card was first introduced to the market in 2004, popular opinion was that in order to accurately set the white balance of a camera, the target needed to be white. However, through extensive testing with the latest major digital camera models, we found that a more accurate color to use is a very light gray. Therefore, the lightness level of the color has been changed to match the same formula currently used in the ColorChecker Passport. So this new formulation was originally put into the white card in the ColorChecker Passport and now has been put into the full-size white target. And lightness is not the only change. The target is also more spectrally neutral than the prior white formula. This ensures that there's no color bias when using the white target for balancing and delivers a better color rendition. To perform an in-camera custom white balance, first you'll want to find the custom white balance setting in your camera's menu. Take a picture of a white balance target, filling the frame as much as possible. Find the custom white balance setting in your camera's menu and select it. You'll be asked to choose a photo, or the last photo you shot will come up on the screen. This will depend on the make and model of your camera. Choose the white balance target that you just shot, and then confirm that this is what you want to do, to use the white balance data from the image that you just shot of the target. After you've created the custom white balance, you'll need to select it in the white balance setting for your camera. Simply creating the custom white balance does not select it. So be sure to go back and select the custom white balance that you've just created as the default in your camera when you're finished. If you did not custom white balance, or perhaps even if you did and want to further refine multiple clips, you may want to tweak the color in post-production. To do this, all you need to do is include either a 3-step gray or a ColorChecker Classic, either full-size or from the ColorChecker Passport, in each of your video clips. It's quick and easy and provides you with a color reference that can be used in both Final Cut and Adobe Premiere. Just put your ColorChecker target in the scene, whether it's a ColorChecker Classic from the Passport, the full-size ColorChecker Classic, or the 3-step gray. If you use the 3-step gray, as shown here, just open the color picker in Final Cut or Adobe Premiere and set the black, midtone, and white points. Then save this setting so that it can be applied to clips shot in the same lighting on the same camera. Saved settings can easily and quickly be applied to direct all the clips from a single shoot shot on a single camera in a lighting condition. Or shoot the ColorChecker Classic on each camera in each lighting situation in your video shoot. Open the color picker in Adobe Premiere or Final Cut and do the same thing as we did in the previous example. Choose the black point, the midtone, and the white point, and save the setting to apply to all clips shot in the same light on the same camera. Or use the fast color corrector in Adobe Premiere and select the same patch that you use for still photo white balance on ColorChecker Classic. That's the second from the white on the left. It's the slightly gray, similar formulation to the new white target. Whether you use the 3-step gray or the ColorChecker Classic in Final Cut or Adobe Premiere, when you place ColorChecker targets in your scene, you have a color reference that can be used to standardize color across multiple cameras and multiple light sources. Remember that video is more like JPEG than RAW, so get your white point as close as possible in camera and use this technique to tweak the color in post-production. Color management solutions from X-Rite are your ticket to better color management in video as well as still photography. i1 Display Pro gives you video presets in addition to being the most respected professional solution for profiling monitors and projectors in still photography editing. With i1 Display Pro, your monitor is under control with video presets that allow you to edit your video with confidence. And ColorChecker targets like ColorChecker Passport, White Balance, 3-Step Gray, and ColorChecker Classic give you the color reference you need for video footage, in addition to being the most trusted color reference for still photography for decades. With i1 Display Pro and ColorChecker targets, your video workflow is under control.